What's going on, man? Complete madness, I tell you. Hold up. Got my headphones on? Oh, snap. I wonder if I got my headphones on. You guys hear me? It said we're connected. Hold on, let me check something real quick. I'm back. I'm back. You guys should be able to hear me now. All right, cool. Like I was saying, complete madness in the trucking world. Oh man, what a day! What a day! What a day! Where can I start? Where should I start? Where can I? Where should I start? Right, man. First and foremost, I overslept. Let's get that out the way. I was supposed to get up at 12 a.m. Right? I shut down, set my alarm, and let me tell you, what's going on, man? Go ahead and like the page. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe, man. But how you doing too? How you doing? Beautiful Saturday morning. But yeah, I was supposed to get up at 12 a.m. Start rolling commuting. Um, but for some reason, when I woke up this morning, right, I didn't hear my alarm at all. But when I woke up this morning, that bad boy said 2:32 a.m. So I'm looking at the phone. I hear my truck regening, regraining. Y'all know what I'm talking about. God damn. I don't need y'all to go to go to the DOT officers and tell them, hey man, I need to check out Broker Talk. He can't speak English clearly. Give him a test right now. We need Broker Talk testing today. Get him out of here. Chill. But yeah, my truck was doing that little early in the morning. It was regening, right? Okay. Regain. Anyways, the depth system and all that, cleaning the exhaust. All right. But I looked at the time and that bad boy said 2:32. Hey, what's going on? What's going on? Can't really see your name right now. Black one to you. But my time said 2:32. I was supposed to get up at 12 a.m. So I thought, maybe my clock on my phone is missing a one. I ain't seeing the one clearly, so I'm rubbing my eyes like this. Now that bitch still said 2:32. I said, God damn, I'm late. I overslept. But ain't that bad, Load ain't due until the weekdays, so it's the weekend. I ain't gotta drive too much today, man. But the madness, I tell you, the madness, I tell you, man. I was telling my brother, he a trucker too. For some reason, for some reason, when I go to the receiver or the shipper, what's going on? How you doing? Let me see if I can read that. I can't really read it, but appreciate you watching the video. Like, subscribe. You know the role play. You know what I mean? Pause. But for some reason, every time I go to the shipper receiver, I be wanting them to take their time. Like literally, I want them to take their time. Yo, 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 what's going on from Austin? Yeah, Austin. Hey, let me ask you something, man. Out there on 6th Street, man. Why the hell every weekend there's a goddamn fight out there in Austin, Texas, out there on 6th Street? Every day I'm seeing on the internet somebody getting their head knocked off, somebody getting sprayed with pepper spray, somebody getting arrested. It's females, it's guys. It's like a WWE down there, man. But shout out to Austin, Texas, man. Beautiful city. Very beautiful city. But I just want to know, you from Austin, Texas. You might know. You might know something, man. You're from my mama house. Okay. Because we be crazy. Y'all crazy for real, like Stone Cold Steve Austin, boy. Hey, Stone Cold from Austin, Texas. On the page. You ain't saying nothing. You thinking, what could I say? What could I say? I gotta get a good catchphrase. I gotta get a good one. I got it. I'm from your mama's house. You don't sit your retard. If you don't sit your, I was about to go in on you. And yeah, because it's Saturday, man. You know what I'm saying? It's Saturday. One for you. But like I was saying, yeah, y'all be crazy for real, man. Y'all be crazy for real, man. But y'all got some good tacos. Texas in general. Texas in general has good ass motherfucking tacos. Houston, Dallas, San Antonio. I've been all over Texas. All over Texas. Laredo, Texas, San Antonio, Austin, Dallas, Houston, Fort Worth, Kathy. I think I'm saying it correctly. I've been all over Texas. What's that one place down there by the port by Louisiana, coastal Louisiana, Christie. You know, I've been all over Texas. Like I fuck with Texas. I can't stand the traffic. Now, out of all the major cities in Texas, Dallas. I don't know. There's something about Dallas that just, you know, I like Houston. Oh my God, say my name again, son. I can't even pronounce your name. Jit. What your name is? Puss out hoe or lame ass? What's your name again? I can't pronounce your name. What's your name again? Tell me what your name is. Jit. Let me know what your name is. Let me know it that he flashed me. Why you? That's the thing. You flashing me. Then slow your ass down and let me get in. God damn. I got my son on the live right now, man. I'm trying to talk to my son. See what my son talking about. How much? I can't read that. Anyways, um, like I was saying, man, it's just crazy, man. It's just crazy. Going back to what I was saying earlier, man. Shout out to Texas though. One time for Texas. Going back to what I was saying earlier, the madness over the trucking world. So, me personally, when I get to the receiver or the shipper, I like to personally take a break. I want to heat my food up. You know, I got my dog with me. I got to walk him. He wants to roll on the grass. I want to heat my food up. I do a lot of research. A lot of research. If you guys can watch my last video, don't judge. Yes, I've gained a lot of pounds, man. I was watching my videos from a year's last year. I'm like, what the fuck, bro? Trucking, you know? But you know, this ain't the first time. But I like to do a lot of research. So with that being said, I like to get that downtime when I'm not driving. So I get to the receiver, and the manager tells me, "Hey, listen, I got a truck at the dock. It's gonna be a while. Once he leaves, you can go ahead and back into the dock. But like I was saying, it's going to be a while before we could get to you." I'm like, "Sure, bad." I said, "Yo, that's perfect. I can heat my food, walk my dog. I'm good." I got in my truck. I back the truck up so I can get out of people's way. Just in case, you know, somebody want to come in or someone's leaving. I'm not in nobody's way. Nobody's interrupting me. I can enjoy. I got a clear view of the truck that's in the dock that I'm supposed to be in. So, you know, everything. I set everything up perfectly. Tell me why. The minute I put that truck in neutral, set my parking brakes, the motherfucker truck that was in the dock, he pulls out. So I'm like, huh. I'm like, well, you know, he did say when I back into the dock, it's going to be a while before he gets to me, right? So that truck driver, he gets out, boom. That was the same guy. If you watch my video live from yesterday, he's the same guy I was talking about that bought $100,000 truck. But we were going to the same place. So we picked up at the same place and we delivered at the same place. He was the one that got the 28,000 pounds, and I was the one with the heavy load. So if you watch my live from last time, my last live, you will see what I'm talking about. So long story short, he pulls out. I go in to back into the dock. As I was going in to back into the dock, you know, my microwave is beeping. It's telling me, damn, you ain't gonna eat. God damn, you woke me up out of my sleep? Are you driving already? I'm like, yo, microwave, chill. Chill. Let me just get in the dark. I'm about to open you up. I'm about to tear that bad boy down, you heard? So I get up to the dock. As I was backing up, the warehouse workers, they trying to guide me in. One of the guys telling me to stop opening my trailer door. I said, yo, Poppy, chill, bro. Let me line this thing up. Once I line it up, I'm gonna jump out the truck. I'm gonna open the door. Just chill, Poppy. He's all right, no bueno, 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 bueno. So the truck and the trailer, make sure we in the line, we looking good. I'm really trying to drag my feet. So his dumb ass could do whatever the hell that guy was talking about. That's gonna be a while, and don't worry about me, cause I'm trying to eat. You understand me? So as I did all that, I jump out. He's like, hey, I'm gonna take care of you before I go to break. And I looked at him. The old me would have told him, nah, nigga, go to break, cause I'm about to eat. We would have had a whole argument about if I want to get unloaded faster or if I wanted to not be unloaded faster. Why? If I would have had a load picking up, I delivered on Friday, right? I picked up another load on Friday, it's due on Monday. Cool. Now, if I would have somehow got a weekend run, like they usually do with me, and they would have gave me a load to drop off on Friday, pick up another load on Friday to deliver on Saturday, I would have told Poppy, hey, bro, go take your break, bruh. Straight up. I'm not in no freaking rush, my nigga. Go take your goddamn break. But because they blessed me this weekend, I could take care of some stuff over the weekend. I'm like, all right, cool, bet. My next pickup's not. It was only like how far was it? Like 30 miles down the road. It wasn't that bad. But every time when I anticipate them to take a long time to unload me or load me up, they always do it fast. They do the opposite of what they tell me. I don't understand why. My brother's on the phone. He hears them telling me it's going to be a long wait. And the minute I back into the dock, my whole truck starts shaking. And I'm starting to believe in that every time a shipper or receiver tells me it's going to be a long time to load me or unload me, and they can see in my eyes that I am perfectly fine with that, they get pissed off. Maybe it's me. Maybe they're like, God damn, hold up. You're not supposed to have a happy satisfaction effect when I tell you it's going to take me a while to do whatever I have to do in your trailer. Pause. Nah. Let's load him up right now. He looks too happy. So man, yeah, it was a good time. Um, but it's just something that I just don't understand, man. Like why? Like every time I want them to take a long time, pause. God damn, what's your dirty mind? They always get done quick. You know what I mean? They always move quick. Damn, that was hard to say. Yo, pause. Well, another thing with the madness, man. I don't understand. So, as you guys could somewhat know now, I'm a night driver, right? I like driving at night. There's not a lot of cars on the road. There's trucks, but not a lot of trucks. But the main thing is there's not a lot of cars. I've learned throughout the years of trucking, the earlier you drive, the less traffic, the less people, the more miles you can get out of from driving early in the morning. If you have an opportunity to drive early in the morning, my suggestion is for you to take it. You get more miles. There's less traffic. You cut through the busy cities like St. Louis, Atlanta, Orlando, the East Coast. So you could name all them motherfuckers. You cut through those busy cities early in the morning. So I became a morning driver. I wasn't like this when I first started driving. I became a morning driver, right? So also, me personally, in the morning, I kind of, I got my little routine. I got to do this, blase soise, and I will go to the field out. Now, when I say morning, I'm talking about 1 o'clock in the morning, 2 o'clock in the morning. Around 3 and 4, I wouldn't do this because motherfuckers are starting to waking up, you know. Around 5, 6, the major carrier truck drivers, newbies, they're waking up, scratching their ass. From 6 to 7, it's a wrap. The fucking not local drivers are out. The fucking regulars are out. The fucking newbies are driving. The fucking super truckers are pissed off. It's a fucking hectic fucking trucking morning at that time. But from 1 to midnight, 11 p.m., it's smooth. It's fucking paradise. I'm telling you. Try it one day. It's fucking paradise. So around that time, I have my little routine. I take a shower before I go to sleep. So in the morning I can take off, right? But in the morning, I brush my teeth, I use the restroom, I make sure I'm good to go. So I will park. I park way in the back, right? Close to the grass as I can, close as I can get to a grass, because I have a dog. It's easy for me to jump out the truck, let him walk in the grass, use the restroom, put him back in the truck. It's cool, nice. I like that. But in the morning, when you're parking in a place that got 200 parking spots, I'm talking about a truck stop. When you're parking at a truck stop that has 200, 300 parking spots, I'm typically in the back. I'm typically way in the back. So I usually at 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning, I'm driving up to the field aisle. I'm not gonna walk from the back all the way to go use the restroom because I reserve my showers. I don't use public restrooms at the truck stop. I don't shit with the peasants. I'm joking. They ain't peasants. They're U.S. citizens just like me. But anyways, no, because the freaking public restrooms are filthy, smell like shit. They're not cleaning it regularly like they do with their the showers. So I have shower points and I use it every time. I use it to take a shower. I use it when I'm on break and I want to go take a shit, take a piss. I want to look at my face in the mirror. I avoid the public restrooms at truck stop as much as I can. Now, if it's a situation where all the showers are hogged up and I have to use a public restroom, it is what it is. If I can't hold it for 150 miles or whatever the case may be, it is what it is. That's why I wake up around 12, 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. Y'all motherfuckers are sleeping at that time. You understand me? You guys are sleeping at that time. Majority of y'all knuckleheads. The one that caused the havoc, the chaos on the roads. You guys are sleeping. You guys have your teddy bears. You're locked in. Your little Roku TV is playing in the background with the purple display screen. You guys are snoring up a storm while I'm sneaking into the bathroom, using the bathroom, and then I'm out. By the time you realize, bitch, I already got 250 miles on your dumb ass. You ain't never gonna catch up. Oh, let me see. I got a question. What's your question? Um, but you guys are never gonna catch up. But going back to what I was saying, that's why I go in the morning. So I'll move my truck from the back to the fill aisle, but I'll go up to the yellow line. For some of y'all who are not truckers, I'll explain what the yellow line is. So the fill aisle is where you pump up your fuel. We got diesel, we got def. So you go to the fill aisle, you'll pump up your fuel, and then if you look straight ahead, you'll see a yellow line on the pavement. Being a respectable truck driver and having common sense, you'll want to move after you're done filling up. Instead of you leaving, going directly into the truck stop to go use the restroom or hold up. I have my CDL permit out of Oklahoma. Do you think I should save money for schooling or take the tuition costs? I love that. Hey, check this out. I have a whole tortilla. God damn it! I have a whole video. I'm trying to sound smart and I can't even pronounce what I want to say. Sorry, I apologize. Don't let that give you an image of who I am. I am a very colorful, knowledgeable truck driver. But for real, I have a video about how you can get your CDL license for free by the state. each state have, these programs. Each states are funded by the government. Now, keep in mind, back then the government was throwing money all over the place. I don't know what the government doing right now. They trying to save money. You know what I'm saying? If you catch my drift. But my advice for you is, I'm not sure if you're working. I'm not sure if you're unemployed and how long you've been unemployed, or if you get what do you call that, the unemployment checks. But this is my answers, right? I'm gonna make it real short. Go on Google, type in where I went to was called Career Source. So go to Google, type in Career Source in Oklahoma, or Career Source or wherever city you live in Oklahoma. And what Career Source is, what they do is they get money from the government to help people, especially 18-year-olds that just graduated high school and don't have money to go to college. They will actually give them money for free to go to a vocational school, right? A technical school. But it doesn't stop at 18 years old. I got my license at 31. So it's for anyone, right? So type in career source in Google in your city, right? And see if they have those type of programs within your city. And if they do, reach out to your career source representative. Yes, I'm working. I do Whataburger and Lyft on the side. Perfect. Then you'll be a great college candidate. There's grants, you know. There are numerous of grants. I'm telling you. Type in career source in your city, and it might be a different name. It might be something different, but it's a grant to help you get a certificate, like a CDL license, or a plumber or electrician, whatever certificate or licensing that you need. They will pay your tuition for free, up to 10,000, or I believe $15,000. My tuition at the time was $6,700. They pay $6,700. How much I had to pay back? Zero. Why? Condition was their condition was I had to work as a truck driver for 1 year, and they will check up on you regularly to see if you're still working, right? And they'll check up on your employer to see if you're still working, and you don't have to pay them back. So that's another way where you don't have to come out your own pocket to get your CDL license. It's a lot better than to go to a major carrier like Warner, Swift, uh, U.S. Express is with Knight and whatever with Knight and Swift. Yeah. So the other route is better than to get your license paid by the state, where it's free. So when you do go to these major carriers, you don't owe them anything. But if you don't have the money to get you already did the first part. You got your permit, so you might as well go all the way. You got to put 4 weeks in, right? You got to do a whole month. So what you could do is just look up one of these. If you don't have that grant or program, or if you don't qualify for some reason, um, then your next step would if you don't have then your next step would be, if you don't have the funds to pay for yourself and you don't want to wait to save, then your next step will be just go to a major carrier, reach out to a major carrier, and they'll put you in school for free. Well, no, not for free. They will put you in school, and once you get your CDL license, you have to work for them for maybe a year, 2 years, and you will get paid real cheap, maybe 42 cents, 38 cents, some shit like that, because you're paying back the money that they spent on you to go to school. And your first 2 years is you just get experience anyways. And how the market is right now, like I said, if you can't get a grant from your state to pay for your license for you, then your next step is go to a major carrier and then rock out the year and a half. The market is shitty. You're not missing out on anything right now. I'll tell you that right now. You're not really missing out on nothing. Um, but those are the two options you have. Or like you said, you could save up. But I don't know how much CDL school is worth right now. I know when I was going to school, it was 6,000, 8,000, $10,000. So I can imagine it's got high. It's higher now. But those are your two options. Like I said, go into my videos. You got to go all the way down, all the way down, and you'll see I got a video where it says how to get your CDL license for free. and I literally give you step by step demonstration on how to get your CDL license for free, um, by the state. A lot of people don't know that. That's how I got my license for free. I didn't have the money, you know. I didn't start making money until I became a truck driver. So you can imagine, I definitely didn't have the money before I was a truck driver to get my license. And this is during COVID, one of the peak times, right? So everything costs expensive around that time, right? So that's how I was able to obtain my CDL license for free from the state, and not I didn't have to go to a major carrier to have them pay for my tuition and then be a slave, if I could say that, right? So that's how I did it. But I got a video. Watch the video. Just scroll down. It's a long video. I break it down. I got illustrations, all that good stuff, where you can go step by step. And that's what I'll do first. But great question, by the way. Um, like I was saying earlier, was um, and let me go back to you too. And you also asked, should I just save up? Um, right? Do you think I should save money for schooling or take the tuition costs? Okay, yeah. I wouldn't save money because you never know. I wouldn't save money because you only got a year. You feel me? You got a year to kind of. I think it's you got 1 year to. By the time you get your CDL permit, you have a year to complete your CDL training to get your license, right? So let's say it takes you longer. Let's say is the tuition is like $10,000 or $11,000, and you don't have nothing saved up. How long is it gonna take you to? It's gonna take you a year to make up $10,000, $11,000, maybe. You know what I mean? But like I said, my suggestion is try look up grants within your state, and if there are grants, apply for them, see how they work, speak to the representatives, and see if you get approved. And that will help you out tremendously. If not, then do the tuition costs. If you really want to be a truck driver, if you really want to come over the road, because you're gonna hustle for about 3 years and a half. This dumbass got his high beam on and shit. I can't wait till you pass me. I'm gonna drop my high beam on your stupid ass. Anyways, damn, I'm blind. I can't even see now. Going to look at your videos for research purpose because everybody experience is different. I see, but that does sound like the better option. Yeah, everyone experience is totally different, but we go through the same shit. To be honest with you, it's just different eyeballs. When you become a trucker, man, don't get me wrong. I talk a lot of shit, cause that what gets the views. That's what get people's attention. But in the beginning, if you go all the way down to the beginning, I was a freight broker before I became a truck driver. I was literally a freight broker. I was a guy I had the shippers, I had the shippers, and I was the guy that truck was reaching out to book loads. What made me to get my CDL license was I wanted to be more in house, meaning I didn't want to deal with truck drivers anymore because I feel like they were like goody two shoes and stuck up individuals. They always want more, they never satisfy. So I'm like, shoot, I got the customers, I got the lane. Why source it out to other drivers to make $50, $100, a $200 profit? Sometimes I made $0 profit just to make a freaking trucker happy, just so I could build my reputation within my customer. So I was like, yo, I'll just get my CDL license, get the hang of it, and I'll buy my own trucks, and I got my own lane. I'm doing everything in house. Not only I broker the loads, but I have my own truck. You feel what I'm saying? I deliver them. And when I became a truck driver, that's when it opened my eyes and all the bullshit that drivers go through day in, day out. So a lot of my beginning videos were a lot of informational videos because I'm very passionate about this. Talk about government contracting, how to land deals, how to get clients, and this, that, and the third, right? But as I learned throughout, YouTube, you gotta talk a lot of shit to get notice, right? But everyone has different experience, but we are it's the same bullshit. You know what I mean? You have to get your once you get your CDL license, you have to put in the time. You have to get your experience. You're not really gonna make money unless if you team drive and you got a partner that's running just as hard as you run, right? That you respect and this, that, and third, and you guys are doing 45 to 5,000 miles. But you're not really gonna make a lot of money your first 6 months, sometime your first year. Not even the Russians are gonna hire you. Okay, so while you're getting your license, I encourage you. You got your permit. I hope you're still on. I I encourage you to go ahead and go to the DMV while you do your research and you're learning about what grants. Like I said, go on Google, watch the video, get some words, keywords from there. Go on Google and search it up yourself, right? But while you're doing that, go get your endorsements. You could get your doubles, your triples, doubles, and your tanker endorsements right now with your permit. That's what I did. Okay, perfect. Yeah, while you got your permit, go get some of your endorsements. Now you can't get your hazmat endorsement until you get your actual CDL license. But when I had my permit, while I was doing my research and figuring out, what lane and avenue I could go, I also was studying, right? Get the CDL prep test. You can download on your app. I don't know if you have an iPhone or Android, but it's compatible for both phone systems. And that CDL prep app, you can actually choose the state that you live in, and they'll give you the CDL. Um, you probably already did download the app, but they'll give you all the questions and answers and this, that, and the third for that test in your state. But here's the also great thing about that app is that you can also change it to if you want to get your endorsement. So if you want to get your tanker, it could quiz you on tanker questions in your state. If you want to get your triples and doubles, doubles and triples, same thing, vice versa. Hazmat, same thing, but you can't get your hazmat until you get your physical license because once you do your hazmat, you have to pass the TSA background check. And once you pass the TSA background check, I mean, the TSA background check, they do a fingerprint, this, that, and the third, and you have to submit your driver license, your CDL license, in that DMV, and then that gets sent out to your local government building. And if you're approved, they'll resubmit you your new license. I got all my endorsements. I have hazmat. I got everything. I just don't have the TWIC card. Reason being is I never had time. I don't really do a lot of port jobs like I did before. But while you're waiting, doing your research, go ahead and go get your endorsements. Because by the time you get your CDL license, right, by the time you pass your test and this, that, and the third, your endorsements also get transferred from your permit to your license, and you got that step out the way. Your first year is just about the experience. It's about becoming better, learning. The money's gonna come, and also get all your endorsements. Get your tanker, your doubles, your trips, get your hazmat, get your TWIC card. All right. So within your first 12 months of trucking, you should have all your endorsements, and you'll thank yourself later. And my cousin told me that. My cousin been trucking for over 10 years. And he told me that. He's like, yo, bro, one of the things I messed up in the beginning of my trucking career was I didn't never got my endorsements. He's like, bro, when you get your permit, you get your license, go get your endorsements. And I didn't question him. I didn't rebuttal him. I did exactly what he said. And I am so happy I got all my endorsements. Like right now, I got a hazmat load right now. That's why you see the vest on. Got a freaking hazmat load, man. So it's a good feeling when you're able to haul everything. hmm Good feeling. But those are all experiences and those stuff that you get to learn your first year. And I hope you do get the grant where the state will pay for you and go to a major carrier, man. I loved it. I was with U.S. Express my first year. No, I was with the Russians. My homeboy, he was a team driving with a company back then. This back then, West back then. Back in my days, the Russians will hire you with only 2 months on your license. No, but uh, I ended up going from there to U.S. Express. I loved U.S. Express. The reason why I loved U.S. Express, I was a rookie. they had terminals everywhere from the east to the west, and they man, it's beautiful. Terminals everywhere. I never parked at the truck stop. Um, I was at the terminals, shower for free. I still shower for free. I think we had Loves, so I was still able to shower for free because we pump at Loves. But shower, laundry for free. You know, you got your vending machine. U.S. Express had the vans. You could actually get a loaner car. So let's say you shut down for 10 hours, right? You could go up to the security booth. You tell them, hey, I need the car. You give them your driver license. They check in the system, make sure that you're a U.S. Express driver, not a lease operator, a lease person, a LP, and they'll give you the keys. You take the van for an hour, bro. So I was hanging out with U.S. Express. I love U.S. Express. I got my Loves card on deck. You smart. You see? I knew I was talking to somebody smart on here, man. God damn. You make me proud, man. I'm about to shed a tear right now, man. Now you smart, man. Yeah, go get your pilot too. I got pilot. I got Loves. The only thing I don't have is TA. I don't really go at TA. TA be dirty. I don't really post up at TA. The only time I'll go to TA if I got a long run and I'm gonna shut down around like 7 or 9 o'clock and at night, then I'll go to TAs because TAs have usually have more parking lots spaces for truckers. Luz is usually the first one to get filled up by 6, 5. Love's filled up. Pilot's like second because pilot kind of varies. Some spots they have over 100, 200, and then spots they only have 25, right? But TA, there's a lot of spots. So TA is like my last choice. If I know I gotta run hard and I won't be able to shut down until later on the night, then I will look up a TA on my GPS, trucking GPS, and I'll shut down at TA. But I rarely don't go to TA. It should be dirty. You know, what I mean, TA is dirty as fuck. If you ever go to TA or Petro, the showers be dirty, bathrooms dirty, the parking lot dirty, everything dirty in TA. I don't like TA. Only the park. I'm like in and out. But yeah, don't be discouraged, man. Go to a major carrier, man. When you get your license, go straight to a major carrier, and you're gonna love it, man. It's lonely, but that's why I said focus the first 3 years of trucking over the road. Save your money, get your experience. So 3 years from now, you can look back and say, "Damn, I can't believe I'm here." Videos you'll see in the beginning of videos, I was in one house, happy, in shape. Not happy. I was depressed, but um, I was in one house, whatever, and then another year you see me in the truck a lot. You know, I was going through that transition. I got a divorce, this, that, and the third. But if you now watch my recent videos, I'm back in the house. I have the best credit score I've ever gotten. It's up there. I'm not saying that I'm out. One day I will, but it's up there. Well, I did in one of my lives. I did say that I'm out. But it's up there, and got the credit cards to prove it. So trucking can open a lot of doors for anyone, forever, whatever your goal is, your inspiration, what you want to do in life. You just want the freedom, and trucking's where it's at, man. I can imagine working at Whataburger. Um, I love your burgers, by the way. But man, it looks hectic as fuck at Whataburger, bro. Let me see, bro. Before my permit, I was on insurance passenger for insurance passenger for a friend. It was the worst shit ever. I carried bleach with me to the bathroom. Okay, I answer you. Okay. Yeah, yeah. I'm telling you, piece of shit. You gotta carry a hazmat suit. You gotta have the binocular. You gotta have everything. The big goggles. Shit. TA, bro. I don't know. It's nasty, bro. Nasty, 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 nasty. Now there are some TAs like down in Texas. Texas has some like brand new TAs are roughly cleaner, you know. But I'm talking about the back in my day truck driver TAs. Them TAs, the ones that been back in the days, the ones that they were going to. Yeah, that shit's still here. Raggedy little motherfucker. Oh, funky, stinking ass. That's a word I don't like TAs. It's not my thing. But I'm waiting for motherfucking what's that place called? Bucky's to open up a truck stop. God damn it. I'm tired of sneaking in the motherfucking Bucky's, man. Shit. I'm tired of sneaking in Bucky's. I'm tired of parking off the off ramp, jumping the fence. You just go get some fucking beef jerky, man. God damn. Open up a fucking truck stop for us. God damn it. Just give us a truck stop. Why isn't there a truck stop just for truckers? And I realize they make more money with passenger drivers than they would with a trucker. And that's true. That is true. But yeah, I forgot what I was saying. But man, you had a great question, a great conversation. But one thing I would say, like, um, I love, you know, my experience I've gotten with trucking. I really do. And but I'm at a point in my life where if I don't make a move, if I don't make a strategic move, smart move, I'm going to be stuck behind this wheel. You know what I'm saying? Because don't get me wrong, I make great money. Um, I don't make 800,000 a year. We do our thug thizzle. You know what I mean? But I love Chucky. But if I don't make my move, I'm gonna be stuck here because you always gotta have a goal. You always gotta have a next phase. Oh my, let me see. I be trying to pass the brisket burger, but I can't. But some of these small truck stop be banking off of truckers 25 for two meat pies. No, yeah, no, you straight. It's crazy. I used to be pissed off at when I be watching like people on live and they're reading the comments and they're like, I be watching, I be going, and now look at me, I'm doing the same shit. God damn it. But yeah, man, them small truck stops, I kind of like them better than like the mom and pop that got space. I kind of like them better than the regular truck stops. Sometimes depends where I'm at. Now, if I'm in a town that you know, hell no, I ain't stopping over there. But the reason why I like them a little bit better, their food is a lot tastier than your typical Loves and TA and Pilot. Because they Loves, TA, Pilot, it's a franchise. They got the same Subway, McDonald's, Arby's, Wendy's. You know, it gets tiring eating the same thing over and over. And when you go to this mom and pop stops, you know, 9 out of 10 is homemade burgers. Like they actually making the patties and flipping the burgers and all that good stuff. You feel me? It's homemade fries, or they got meatloaf, or they got it's like ribs. Like Texas have great mom and pop restaurants. There's a lot of barbecue. You know what I'm saying? Um, but also Texas, like my one of my favorite truck stops is what's that Roadhouse, Texas. I think it's called Roadhouse. The one is it's big in Texas. They got it's a red and blue. I think it's Roadhouse. They be having good shit too, man. Papa Do's. Oh, what you know about Papa Do's, man? What you know about Papa Do's, man? Man, I went to Papa Joe's out there in Houston. I know I'm saying it wrong. My homeboys telling me all the time, bro, it's not Papa Doge. I say Papa Doge. You're talking about the Cajun restaurant, right? I went to Papa Doge the first time in Houston, man. Oh my God, I fell in love. Woo! Louisiana, I love. I rarely go to Louisiana, but I am a big Cajun foodie. I love Louisiana's freaking food. Oh yeah, Papa. Oh my God, I went to the one in Houston, man. Oh my goodness, I went there 3 times. I caught an Uber, man. I I got to my delivery a day early just to go to Papa Do's. I got there a day early. I parked the truck at the receiver because I know they're closed on the weekends and they're not gonna bother me. Before I did that, I went and took a shower at the Pilot. About 40 miles away before I got there. And took a shower, went to the receiver, parked the truck, And I caught me an Uber to Papa Do's, man. I love their freaking food. I always walk out with two or three bags. I'll get the seafood souffle. I'll get the what else I'll get from them, man? It's the grits and shrimp, and I also would get the jambalaya. But I'm not big on crawfish. I don't fuck with crawfish. That shit nasty as fuck. Man, I just came back from Westerner. I'm going right back to live there. Where's West? Where's West? I'm not from Texas. I go to Texas a lot, but it's Westerner in Texas. I got a cousin that live out in Texas. Beaumont, Texas, out there by close to Oklahoma. Um, he live out there in Beaumont. I think I'm saying that correctly. Beaumont, Texas. Houston. Okay. Yeah, the one of the areas I really like in Texas is Kathy. And damn, there's a pilot right before you get to Houston. Coming into Houston, there's a pilot, right? It's about like maybe like 17 miles away, 20 miles away. They have like it's a hotel right next to it, and there's a little bar, has a barbecue spot. I forgot the name of that area, but I kind of like that area. That was pretty dope. Um, but okay, yeah. I got a cousin live out there, Beaumont, Texas. He live way up north, at the border, close to Oklahoma. hmm But yeah, Katie is over there. Yeah, I like that area. That area is lit. I like that area. It's like I like Houston, but I could never live in Houston. I can't stand the traffic. The motherfucker drivers piss me the fuck off. So I would rather live outside of Houston, but where I live, no more than 30 minutes away, and Kathy's is perfect. But at the time I was looking at Kathy, it was very cheap, affordable for the homes, right? Now Kathy fucking prices went up. I'm talking about back in like 2022. Kathy prices was affordable compared to where I live at in Florida. Kathy's prices was affordable. Now Kathy's prices are like this as much as Florida. You know what I mean? So what's the whole point of me living in Texas when I live by the beach? You know what I mean? but but I fuck with Texas, man. I fuck with Texas the heavyweight, man. Yeah, man. Papa Doge, you guys got some good ass fucking food, bro. Texas, oh my god. The tacos are fire. The freaking Hispanic food. Nah, I ain't gonna lie. California Hispanic food and tacos, they could compete with Texas. But California really opened my eyes. I was never a Hispanic food person, like Mexican food. I fuck with tacos, but all that refried beans and that shit they be doing with the rice and nah, all the little green sauce and actually used to fuck my stomach up. But when I went to fucking California, oh man, I said, let me try that refried beans and that. Oh my goodness, fire! I said, yeah. I see why motherfuckers love Mexican food. In Florida, that shit, man, tacos. You can be alright. But in Texas and California, Mexican food is fire. And I'm gonna tell you something I learned. Let me see. Yup, you're right. I was paying 1,200, and now they think that the rich here the host. Yeah, you got that fucking 10X apartment. That one guy, what's that guy name? Ramsey, right? Gordon Ramsay, not Gordon. What's that guy name, man? That white guy to be telling everybody to invest in properties. He got 10X apartments. He's out there in Houston too. 10X. That was my first time seeing that. I forgot his name, man. A very popular guy. Um, Maybe that's Gordon Ramsay. I don't know. Not Gordon. I think Gordon Ramsay is the chef. I don't know. But yeah, bro, Texas be very, very, very affordable, and then people just start coming out there during COVID. I was almost coming out there. I swear to God, I was on the way. hmm But things happen. But what I've learned in trucking, don't ever, ever, ever like okay, Texas. I know for a fact because Texas is border to Mexico. they are going to have the most authentic Hispanic food in that area. Also, Texas is known for barbecue. Vice versa with California. They're right next to Mexico, at one part of the border. So they're gonna have very, very authentic Hispanic food because people travel back and forth, and they have a huge Asian population. So the Chinese food, the Asian food is gonna be authentic, right? Man, I like clams and crabs legs. I'm ready to go back to HEB. What is H? That's a grocery store, right? We don't have that a lot in Florida. Yeah, I'm more of a crab legs. Clams, not too really. Um, but what I learned as a trucking, when you go to these other states, don't try to if okay, I'm not gonna buy Chinese food in Wyoming. You understand what I'm saying? Hell no. I'm going to buy whatever that state is known for. Wyoming has beef, so I'm going to a steakhouse in Wyoming because y'all know how to cook beef. I'm not going to California and buying Haitian food in California. What Haitians are out there? And if they are, it's a very small minority. But when I'm in Florida, I'm buying Haitian food. The same thing. I'm not gonna buy Haitian food in Texas, and there are Haitians in Texas, but it's not the same quality and experience I get in Florida when it comes to their Haitian food. The same thing with Hispanic food. I'm not gonna go all the way to Maine to get me tacos. No, come on, man. When you're going out here and you're spend your money wisely. And one thing about food for me, I don't like wasted food. And I get very disappointed if I spend my money on food and the food tastes like shit. But that's my fault. Why the hell am I buying Mexican food in motherfucking Rhode Island? I should be out like hot dogs, right? That's what they sell in Rhode Island. They're known for hot dogs. So that's why I'm trying to tell you, when you go out, don't try to experience nothing new. Figure out about that. You got to learn the culture of that state. Learn the culture of that state, what they're known for, and that's what you buy. You will never be disappointed. But you go out there trying to experience shit, you're gonna waste your money your first 3 years of trucking. Let me say Texas girl. Oh yeah. HM. Yeah, we don't got HMB Herb. I see that a lot down there. We got Publix. You know what I'm saying? That's the get some John cakes and yeah, okay, you're right. New England. Go get you some clam chowder. Huh? You in New England. Why you gonna get some John cakes? Well, I'm gonna go get you some clam chowder. That's what they're known for. When you in New England, they shitty clam chowder. Why the fuck you trying to shoot shit out tacos in New England? They out there in the toilet shit. They shitting out clam chowder. Come on, man. I learned that a long time in trucking, man. When you go out to these, especially when you're over the road, learn about the state. Texas is known for barbecue. So when I stop in Texas, the food I'm gonna get is barbecue. They got a big Hispanic population. I'm getting Hispanic food. Now you can never go wrong with Italian food. You know what I'm saying? Can never go wrong with spaghetti and meatballs. Pause. So it doesn't matter where you're at in the state. If you're in doubt, get you some spaghetti and meatballs. You can't go wrong with that. All right, common sense. You can go anywhere in the United States and get you some Italian food. But also learn the culture of your state, what they're known for. What kind of food it necessitates, and this, that, and the third. Go on Food Network. They're showing you constantly the history of whatever state that they're in, what kind of food they are, and it makes your experience a lot more better. Um, but yeah, man, I'm not gonna go to fucking Idaho trying to buy Cuban food. Why? Why not just go to Miami? Come on, man. Anyways, I'm ranting a lot, man. But I definitely appreciate you guys. On. Hold up, I'm trying to see this. That's why I cook my own food. Yes, yes. I had an air fryer in here, and I was cooking my own food every day. when I was with the major carriers, but now I'm with the Outlaws. I'm joking. I'm joking. I don't have time anymore, and I got my dog in here, and all that fur. So what I usually do, like on the weekends, like this weekend, I will go to a grocery store, Walmart, or Herbs if there's one out there, HMB, I believe it's Herbs, Hebes, or like a Publix, one of those, and I'll do grocery shopping for the week. I'll get me a rotisserie chicken, potato salad, and then I'll get like 4 or 5 microwavable meals that are made from the grocery store, not like the ones that are like franchised. And then I'll get like grapes, some type of fruit. So I get my water, I get my drinks. Where now, throughout the week, Monday through Friday, Monday through Thursday, usually lasts me till Thursday. I'll be ripping up the rotisserie chicken. I'll put the potatoes. I'll cook up the rotisserie chicken in the microwave. Drop the potato salad. Boom, they go to lunch. Then I got the microwave food. I can throw it in the microwave while I'm waiting at the receiver. Boom, they go dinner. You know what I'm saying? So I did that a lot more now. But I used to cook in the truck, do all that stuff. But now I just kind of minimize it, and I just buy me rotisserie chicken. It saves me a lot more money. Instead of me spending $400 to $500 a week buying food at the truck stop, yes, it's very possible you doing that. I would spend 180 to $200 at the grocery store a week, and that's just not just food. I'm also buying like windshield wipers. I'm buying new windshields. I'm buying air fresheners. So all of that. Not only I'm buying groceries, but I'm buying things and products for the truck. It'll only cost me about like 80 to top $80. So I'm saving more money. Steak, asparagus, and mashed potatoes smothered in gravy with mac and cheese and Modelo or wine. You lost me with the mac and cheese because I'm lactose intolerant, but you be back with the Modelo. Why? I'm back now. Yeah, that sounds really good. Can I substitute the mac and cheese with an extra beer on the side? Cause I'm lactose intolerant. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it sounds really good. You know what I mean? But yeah, I do that. I just go grocery shop on the weekends, and then on Sunday I kind of treat myself. I'll catch an Uber to a local. Like I do my research, figure out what state I am, look up some restaurants, look at the reviews, and I catch an Uber and I go over there and get me something to eat. You know, and that's my weekend. Um, but that's what I usually do. But I has to go. I really appreciate everyone locking in today. Thank you so much. You had a great question. It was great talking to you. And it was great connecting with you guys as well. If you haven't already, like, subscribe. I'm trying to be more proactive, going on live more now because I have so much going on. As far as new stuff bringing into this channel, new content. I can't wait to show you guys my new journey, what I've been working on. If you haven't watched my videos before, watch my old videos. I have the Broken Chalk Lounge is finally up and running. I still got it. There's still nicks I got to do. I got to decorate the room, get the 4K cameras, so we can have a real live experience. But I definitely appreciate all you guys. Drive safe and very great convo. Appreciate, man. Appreciate, man. Broken Talk Gang. I like that. I like that. I ain't gonna steal it from you. I'll compensate you very well. Once I get monetized, this remind me. All right, this remind me, and then we'll figure out the split. You know what I'm saying? But I appreciate it very. Likewise, great conversation. But with that, I am out. See you guys on the next one, man. Y'all have a great weekend. All right.